I have never used a computer before.
I help to train the volunteers who help tutor our students. I've had 38 people, 39, including one tonight, enroll.
I have a grandson that's 8 years old who was doing computers since he was 4. I felt kind of bad of not even knowing how to turn the computer on. So he was there training me at his age, so I figured I can do this now at my age.
Our new GED test that's starting January 2014 is going to be completely internet-based.
I learned how to play solitaire because I hated the mouse. I can go online and do GED work at home. I listen to the music, pay bills, internet shopping, everything.
I think it's really critical that we look at the issue of literacy and technology because we live in a digital economy now. Technology, or knowing how to use technology to increase your educational outcomes or enhance those, is really very, very important. We've been doing the Learner Web now, or implementing the Learner Web here in New Orleans for about 2.5, almost 3 years now. We have 22 sites. The Learner Web is that. It is a tool that really increases everyone's capacity, especially people who don't have computer skills, to use technology better. And we partnered with Portland State University with Dr. Stephen Reeder, who is the creator of the Learner Web, to really bring that technology to New Orleans.
I've been volunteering with Learner Web for about 1.5 years. I volunteer once a week for 2 hours, and I have a set group of people that come in once a week to meet with me. I've been volunteering the entire time at Harmony Oaks, which is in Central City. It's a primarily black neighborhood. Most of the learners that I worked with, I would say, were older people, but there were certainly some young people too. Over the course of the time that I've been volunteering, the city has gone from a daily newspaper to a 3-day-a-week newspaper, and the other 4 days a week, the only information is available online. So not only all of a sudden did it become about helping people to get jobs or stay in touch, but it really became an essential way for people to stay connected to their community that they would be essentially cut out of if they didn't have the ability to go online and look up their Times-Picayune every day and see what's going on. So I also felt like that was an important reason for this program to exist at all.
My name is Brandy Matthews, and I am the Learner Web Coordinator here at Harmony Oaks Community Center in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Ms. Brandy is our instructor.
I went from volunteering and it's just being a flat-out tutor to now I'm over it for the site, so it's kind of, I was excited.
When I first came here, it seemed like fear did come on me, but Ms. Brandy pushed us and said, no, you can do it, and you know, you can.
They helped me professionally and personally way more than they think that they do.
We have set up an email address for me. I'm also learning how to send emails because I never did that before on a computer.
You need a lot of patience when you're dealing with people, period. Whether they're babies to 162. You just need a lot of patience, and people learn differently. So it actually helps me to become more creative in a sense, because what works for one student probably not going to work for the other student. So you have to constantly find different ways to represent the information to the students.
I don't have a computer at home, but I'm trying to get one. But I do have my email. Everyone needs to learn how to use a computer, even if it's just getting on there, seeing if you need to go to a store, you need to find locations or something like that. It may seem hard, but you can learn the basics. When you have someone like Ms. Brandy helping you, you'll do a good job.
You're never too old to learn.
I'm a child of the digital age. I know you don't see many children with gray beards, but that's what I am, a child of the digital age. I started using computers in the 70s. I had a K-Pro computer. K-Pro worked on a CP/M system. CP/M preceded DOS. DOS is the basic operating system that Windows is built on. Most people know Windows. Well, DOS preceded Windows. CP/M preceded DOS. So that's how far back I go into it.
I write songs and I perform, and I really try to give people a positive message with my music. To get the message out, it's a couple things. Number one is audio recording. And when I record, I get the songs mixed and mastered to where everything sounds great, and then I can put it out there for people to hear it. But a lot of times people see music. So in order for them to see the music, you have to put a visual to it. People know me from my music videos, and the way they see my music videos is by going on YouTube. And YouTube is on the internet. And you must have a computer, to be able to access YouTube. Or even if you don't have a computer, you have a smartphone, which is like a miniature computer. I've made a lot of connections over the internet through technology. There's not a day that goes by that I'm not physically on a computer doing something, whether that's on my social networks. So my Twitter page, my Facebook page, my Instagram page. I'm putting the word out, I'm communicating with my fans back and forth. My grandparents don't know how to use computers. They've never had computers, so they're not computer literate. Like, they don't even have a debit card or bank cards or anything. Like, they still write paper checks, or they're gonna pay with cash. Their whole lifestyle is different because of not being computer literate and not being technologically savvy. Everything has changed pretty much to where it revolves around computers. So I think it's great that the Learning Web can help people out as far as that goes, man. Just to be current, just to stay with the times. And no matter if you're an older person, like my grandparents' age, you're a younger person, coming home from jail, that's very important to be able to put your applications in and showing people that you're a well-rounded individual. You're not just one-dimensional and like, oh, I can't use a computer. No, yes, I can use a computer, and the Learning Web is one of the tools that's helping people be able to do that. So I rock with it, definitely. Make sure you use that technology, and you can find out everything you want to about your boy, D1, D Uno.
In the beginning, it was a lot of hands-on because it was just myself. I was a little nervous working with the guys, but my God, it has been a blessing for me to be able to be in those guys' presence, to be able to help someone who will really be able to utilize this computer technology once they get out.
If these guys don't get this before they leave here, then they will be that much further behind the world when they get out of here.
The Learning Web piece is a big help because it actually teach them from, like I said, this is a mouse to how to surf the web. They come here 2 days. So the second day when they come, they do resumes, cover letters, and I give them an email address. And that's to get them started in the professional field. Once they get out, they don't have to wait for anyone to do anything for them.
It puts us a little bit closer to the even start.
Once the guys is in the reentry program, this is a part of it. They have to take the computer class to get those skills because the part of reentry is to reenter back into society. Maybe about 16 guys are in here. We do maybe like 55 per month. The guys come here for like 9:30, and it's from 9:30 to like 3, and they come at least twice. But now we're about to implement a third day because BTOP has now put in a GED portion to the Learning Web piece, and it's something that I want to implement for my guys who's not educated or who have not received their diploma yet, and I want to just make that be a course within itself. So we're going to implement a third day, so now the guys will be coming 3 days instead of 2.
It's giving them a broader world view, you know what I mean? And that from sitting in a chair, that's the good thing I think about technology. That is that you can sort of catch up with the world a little bit. Simply by sitting in a chair and having access to that information, to those pictures, to everything that broadband technology gives us. So that's why I've been a proponent. That's why it's here. That's why we're going to keep it here.
The Learning Web is very important, and I'm so thankful that Lindsay Boggs, Adult Literacy Center, chose to go about it and tackle this issue this way. It's because we need more forums that puts individuals in a comfortable setting to be able to be exposed to literacy. And not just in its rarest form, through computers. Them choosing to fuse literacy and technology together, I think is ingenious, because it gives people two great attributes to feel more confident about themselves and to be more empowered, to be better citizens, which will make them better employees and potential business owners. This message is to everybody who's a part of the Learner Web. I just want to tell you congratulations in advance.
My name is Lois Spalding, and I am the BTOP manager here at Goodwill Industries for LearnerWeb. My role with LearnerWeb is to oversee the proper functionality of all of our partner sites, including Goodwill Industries computer lab here.
LearnerWeb is an online-based program that is self-paced. Pretty much all the curriculum is at the fingertips of the student. And although it gives you instructions online and at that screen, the program still felt that there needed to be someone sitting at the side of the learner to be able to kind of walk them through and guide them through the process. As the volunteer coordinator, my job was to really look at how can we bring community folks in, whether they were retired, whether they were college students, how to create a community of support around our learners. The volunteer component was very important to our success in the program, because without our volunteers serving as really a type of teacher or an advocate for that learner, some of the learners may have kind of pulled away and gotten frustrated and maybe wouldn't have pushed through some of those challenges to continue on to complete. Although we are very, very proud of our learners, we are also very, very proud and grateful to our volunteers for all the hard work and all the time that they have given us. We have roughly 6,000 volunteer hours that have been given just to this particular program. I think that a lot of New Orleans' success in coming back is directly from people who have volunteered, who came and rolled up their sleeves and looked for nothing in return other than to be of help and of service to someone else.
It's been a really great resource over the last 2.5 years, and even though the project is funded by the Broadband Technology Opportunity Program, BTOP, that federal funding is ending, but we are looking for ways to continue to sustain that. And some of our partners, like for example, Goodwill, does plan to continue, and the Sheriff's Office through their reentry program is continuing. So we're looking for ways to make sure that the Learner Web continues to be a resource here in the community, so that as many people as possible can gain those skills, around technology.
The Learner Web
is life-changing.
Enlightening. How about that?
It's an important step in the right direction to becoming more digitally literate.
The Learner Web is and can be the key to your future.